thing he would tell you is that I risked my possessions.
Wow.
Because this father could have told him, no, I ain't giving you nothing. This boy ruined everything his father had given him upon people that didn't mean him no good. Let me ask you something tonight. How much time have you wasted time on people that don't matter? How much time have you wasted investing time, talent, and treasure in people that ain't going nowhere? People that ain't trying to do, I mean, they've been doing the same thing for 20 years. They've been acting the same way for 20 years, and they ain't trying to make no change. This is what the Lord told me, and maybe it'll work for you. The Lord spoke to me. He said, son, stop casting your pearl amongst the swine. You need to learn a word no before they stretch you out and they come say he was this and he was that instead of what you are.
Well, Doc, you preaching already. Doc, you preaching.
Wow. See, this is not the season for us to be arrogant and conceited and cocky, but this is the season for those that have been abused and used and pimped and prostituted in ministry to learn a word called no. I need some people in this house, and I'm through, I promise. I need some people in this house that have been used and abused and don't mind admitting it to open up your mouth and say, this is my season to say no.
This is my season to say no.
And it ain't that I got something on the calendar, it's just that I gotta say no. Because I cannot continue to allow you to use me and you don't appreciate what God has put on the inside of me.
You preaching already.
Not only did this boy tell us that he rushed his process and he risked his possession, but the third thing he would tell us when he evaluated his mistakes was that I reached my lowest point. Because here he is, eating with pigs.
Wow.
And Jews had no dealing with the pigs.
That's right.
See, sometimes when your mind is unstable, you'll find yourself doing stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't do.
My God.
Lord have mercy. You'll find yourself cussing, you find yourself smoking, you find yourself drinking, y'all ain't talking. You find yourself clubbing, you find yourself bed hopping, you find yourself doing this, that, and the other. Why? Because your mind is unstable.
Yeah.
And not only will this boy tell us tonight that he evaluated his mistakes, but point number two, y'all know I'm a Baptist preacher. The second thing he would tell you is that I had an empty moment.
Well,
He had a moment that he had to think about what he took himself through. I wish, Pastor Clint, that some people would stop lying on God and just tell the truth. I got myself in this mess.
are you preaching?
There's some stuff you ain't got to leave out to hide your way out of.
Well,
There's some stuff you ain't got to dance your way out. Some stuff you ain't got to come to the prayer line for. You can just walk yourself out of it because you walk yourself in. Let me tell you, God is not obligated to get you out of nothing that he didn't get you in. And maybe the problem with the church is we got too many people blaming God for stuff that he didn't do and blaming the devil for stuff that he didn't give you no better, that the devil didn't push you. Stop lying on the devil.
my God.
We spend all day in church when the devil did this, the devil did that, the enemy this, the enemy. No. Sometimes the enemy is not on the outside. Your greatest enemy in this season is yourself.
Yeah.
Woo. I wish I had some people in here tonight that don't mind testifying that you got yourself in some stuff to touch yourself and say, I got myself in that mess.
I got myself in that mess. More than good.
Watch this. In his empty moment, he had to experience some timing. He understood that I rushed my time. Not only did he have to experience timing, but secondly, he had to talk himself through it. Because the Bible said in verse 17, when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough and to spare? And I perish with hunger. Look at what the text said. Not only did he say, do they have bread, but they got enough to spare.
My God.
They're nowhere connected to my father, and they're doing better than me. They're just hired help, and they're doing better than Me? He said, I'm going to get out from where I am.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going back home. But not only did he have to experience timing, and not only did he have to experience talking, but thirdly, he had to do some turning. Yeah. Because watch what he said. He said, I'm going home to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and I'm no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. He said, when I go home, I left home a son, but I want to go back home a servant.
You better talk, sir.